What's up guys, Will here, and happy new year to one and all. It's my first build video of 2020 and I'm delivering a pistol build for PvE. This is a subscriber shout out special, Harry. You have asked me for this video and here you have a pistol build that will compete in PvE. This is fun. This is a fun build. So before anyone asks, this cannot solo heroic. It's not that kind of build. This is just a very, very fun build to use. If you want to just test out content, you're testing your pistol, what's the best pistol to use and all that jazz, I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm at the point in the game where I need to have fun because I'm a bit tired of just playing with the meta. I don't want to play with meta. I like off meta, and this is definitely that. Fun build, PvE, pistols galore. You can see in the background, I'm getting my ammo or my clip back most of the time, and that's great to have in PvE, and that's because of a talent on the pistol which we'll talk about shortly. Also, you've got some decent damage to elites, you've got some decent damage pistol wise and some more weapons damage, so you're dealing a lot of damage on your primary weapon, which is the pistol. 37k base damage for a pistol, that's pretty good. Guys, let's check it out. Yes guys, we're back, and here is my first build of 2020, and it is a pistol fun build for PvE, and it is just a really fun build to use, and I like delivering off meta builds, and this is something I would put together, I would utilise in PvE, and you'll see the raw damage you are putting out and the great versatility that this build offers. It just consistently procs talents, i.e. Perfect Spark. It is active all of the time on this build, it's that good. And again, you can see I'm running with a defensive skill, i.e. something that's going to keep me alive, and a damage skill, which is going to proc, yes, the bleed on the build, the Explosive Seeker Mine. Now, enough me jibber-jabbering, let's take a look at the build and I'll explain why I'm using each piece. Now, I'm rolling with the Nerf gun specialization. I'm rolling with this for one reason, and that is to increase my skill power from 2k to 3k. Once I get to there, I can use the mods that I need to keep this build ticking and tocking. So, as you can see, Nerf gun specialization, 12 offensive stats, 4 defensive stats, and 6 utility stats. Now, the primary damage on my pistol, remember this is a pistol build, so don't worry too much about your primary and secondary weapons. The pistol is 37k base damage, 370 RPM, I've got 241.7k armor, which is a little bit on the squishy side. However, I do just fine because I've got a really nice heal from my fixer drone. 82.6k health and 2,888 skill power. That unlocks the mods that I need on this build. So, 1246, that's how I'm rolling. And there's many iterations I've tried and tested with this. As you can see, there are no R and K pieces. R and K would get me that extra 20% pistol damage. However, I'd have to sacrifice something else, and it's a real heartache trying to get this set up. As an example, I wanted this backpack, which is Perfect Spark, and in doing so, it is China Light Industries, and that's just the brand that it falls on. So unfortunately, I cannot use 2-piece R and K if I have 4-piece ongoing directive. So I have to kind of miss out and kind of rework my build. This works very nicely. As you go through it, you'll see how nicely it is. But we'll start with the mask. The mask is China Light Industries Corporation. Doesn't have to be. It's just I like this mask. That's it. And it works well with the build. Now you can see 51% damage to elites, 19% skill haste, and destructive 40% explosive damage. That synergizes with this build really well. It's nice to have destructive somewhere on the build. Now we'll go to the backpack. Any strategic alignment, and that's, yes, Perfect Spark. So again, the China Light Industries Corporation, that's explosive damage and shotgun damage, the attributes are critic chance, armor, and 11% weapon damage. So that's good. That's a good combo to have on this gear. Perfect Spark, damaging enemies with skills or explosives grants 20% weapon damage for 15 seconds. This is active 99% of the time consistently. And that's because how the gear and build is set out. And that's why I've opted for this. Again, if I wanted that 2-piece R&K, I would struggle to get where I need to be on this build. I've tried, guys, I have tried to the point where I've pulled whatever hair I have remaining left out. This is the best way I've found to run it. Guys, let me know in the comments section. I'm sure there's an Einstein that will tell me differently. Feel free, I'd like to hear your thoughts and your comments. Perfect Spark, hardened, which is that 15% total armor. Give me a bit squishy at 240. This helps. Now, I'm using this mod because it gets me where I need to be. So, as you see, skill power 157, so nice healthy mod. Blind duration and burn duration as well. Don't really help the build other than the 2% burn duration once I set enemies on fire with my pistol. Now, the gear. Ongoing directive. We'll start with the chest piece. Ongoing directive gear set. This is quite a popular gear set, in all honesty. It works well. It synergizes well. Now, you're going to get that 25% bleed damage from the 2-piece. The 3-piece is emergency requisition. Combat resources that's your armor kits, ammo, and grenades within 40 meters of you are collected when your weapon is reloaded. Now, with this, you don't really reload your weapon that often, so it's just, again, it's one of them talents. It's there, it's handy. But I like set bonus 4, the right tool. Killing an enemy affected by a status effect drops explosive special ammo. And that's straight in the mag. That's 30 bullets you will receive. 30 bullets in your pistol. That is great. Now, this happens more than you know, because you got to think about it. Status effects, how you're rolling with this. Because you're rolling with a skill that delivers a status effect, you're in a great place. Just keep popping this and keep garnering that explosive special ammo. You won't believe how often it procs on this build. It's crazy. Now, the attributes: headshot damage, skill power, weapon damage 15%, which is great, and vital, which is 25% health. Again, you can have whatever you want on this build. This is the way I've got it set out. Again, it can be improved, I'm pretty much sure. Now, the mods: weapon damage with 5% pistol damage, armor, explosive resistance, and total armor. Skill power, increased burn duration and shock duration. And again, using that, you can see it's a nice healthy 177 skill power. That gets me to that great piece where I'm at 2888. You see a few mods are just below that, so that's nice. Again, I need as much skill power on this build. Now we're looking at the holster. The holster, again, is ongoing directive. Now, in terms of the attributes, skill power and health, and the mods, they are weapon damage 4% pistol damage, and weapon damage and 5% pistol damage. The knee pads. The knee pads, again, the third piece of ongoing directive. That's critic chance of 8%, weapon damage of 1.5%, and 4% pistol damage. The armor mod is armor, explosive resistance, and total armor. Now, the last piece of ongoing directive are the gloves, and this is how they roll. Skill power with 12% pistol damage. That's a nice roll, and 0.5% weapon damage and 3% pistol damage. That's the best one I have for pistol damage, in fact, given what I'm already using. So it is what it is. You'll be able to get 5%, pretty cool, but I don't. Sorry, guys. So that's the gear. Let's take a look at the weapons. Now, my primary weapon is the Pyromaniac. I'm using that just because of the stop, drop, and roll talent. While equipped, rolling removes any burning, bleed, and poison status effects. Can occur once every 60 seconds. I'm using this because there is zero hazard protection. You can't have it all on one build. You can't. So again, I have, to compensate for having 0 hazard protection, I have this. Again, once I get on fire or on bleeding or on poison, wherever it may be, just roll, and that removes that status effect. So again, nice talent to have, given you have 0 hazard protection. And my secondary is the Merciless Exotic Rifle. With that, again, this is the magic holster talent, Brutality. Well, a holster that landing a shot has a 5% chance to deal 100% as explosive damage. So 100% damage as explosive damage is crazy. Now, again, people say it's only 5%, but once it procs, it procs. It has a kick, an oomph that is quite powerful. And given I have Destructive on my mask, and again, Channel Light Nitrous, that's 50%. Again, you can see now where I'm going. I'm getting more explosive damage, and it's gonna give me a big bada boom on this build. Now, the creme de la creme of the build is the Lightning Rod PvE pistol. Do not use this in PvP. It has zero effect whatsoever. because I'm not a believer in you have to do something to enable you to earn a talent. So, for example, if you just take a look at the talent, perfect salvage. Killing a target has a plus 75% chance to refill the magazine. So you've got to kill somebody first to earn that 75%. Now, again, PvP, this has very, very little value. In PvE, it's great value because there's, again, a 3 out of 4 chance this will proc when taking an enemy down. This has procced about 6 times on the bounce for me. So you can see how effective this can be. And that's 26 bullets per mag. So what's that in total? Say 150? It's crazy, isn't it? When you think about it, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of extra bullets that you will garner from this setup. And it's really good. Really, really good. So something I would bear in mind if you're going to put this together. Perfect salvage is a great talent to have. I mean, you could use the Liberty by all chance. You can see the damage, 113.8k. That's immense damage. However, I've done a Liberty build before. I wanted to try this bad boy out, and I like this. Good RPM, good damage, good consistency with the damage as well. And again, you will see Merciless proc a lot of the time because of you can spam the bullets with this lightning rod. It's really good. Now, the other two talents are optimized and overlap. You can see I've not tampered with these. I've not re-rolled them. I will do. I will take away overlap. But I do like this setup. It's really good. It's really strong. Now, the mods, damage to elites 10%, 11 rounds, critical hit chance of 10%, and 5% critical hit chance. Again, some nice, really nice mods to have on the lightning rod. Now you've seen the gear and the weapons, you can see how it synergizes together. Let's take a look at the skills. The first skill is the Fixer Drone. Now that, again, there's nothing really special about this, but it gives me some nice healing. You can see there's 95.6% health. That's going to keep it up a little bit longer. 41.9% armor repair and 47.3% armor repair. So that's nice. That gives me a little extra kick, a little extra health back. It's nice to have. Now my first skill, my primary skill is this, the Explosive Seeker Mine. I'm using this because I like that bleed, and again, you've got some bleed damage through the ongoing Directive 2-piece, so it's nice to go with the Explosive Seeker Mine. It just helps. This will apply the bleed status effect on an affected target. Cooldown 19.5 seconds. It could be a little bit lower if I was 3k skill power. I'm not far off. Something to bear in mind. If you can get to 3k, you'll shave another 2-3 seconds off this particular setup. Damage is over 1 million. PvP damage, 224. So it is slightly viable in PvP. I wouldn't, because 240k armor is just, it's nada. It's no good. It is just, no. When you find builds at 500k plus with 3k skill power, you just don't do it. Now, damage, you can see there, is nice, and another damage mod just there. So we'll take a look at the stats and you'll see why this is quite powerful now and why I'm using this particular setup. So, weapon damage, right, we don't need the Pyromaniac or the Merciless. Let's look at this. 37k base damage. 30% crit chance, 25% crit damage, 105% headshot damage, that's baked in from the pistol. 30 meter range, that's where it's most at its real optimized. 1.9 seconds reload time. Weapon handling 15%. All weapons damage bonus 30.5%. And yes, there is 48% pistol damage bonus. If you're R&K, this will be quite scary at 68%, but there has to be some give on the build. And this is how, the best way I've found, given what I've got, to build this. And it rocks, it really does. 61% damage to elites. Yes, I'd love another 25%, but again, beggars can't be choosers, simple as that. And 50% explosive damage. And this is the build. A lot of fun. Again, this is not going to just rinse through heroic. It's not, because you're not strong enough. That 240k armor, as again I've said many times, you are a little bit suspect. However, given how much you can spam bullets into the enemies with the lightning rod, the damage you can do is crazy. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to use, and given, as I've said at the start of the video, content is drier than a bone, then I like using out the box off meta stuff that's kind of weird and wacky, that brings that fun element to the game, because it's lacking at present. So this is nice. I'm enjoying it. And Harry, this one's for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like. And as always, subscribe to the channel for more content, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.